Listen closely. There's one truth most men only discover when it's already too late. And once you see it, every game she used to run on you stops working. Not because she changed, but because you did. In this video, I'm going to break down 6 brutal truths about love, attention, and power that most men never see until they're already drained, disrespected, and confused. Stay with me until truth number 6, because that's the one that flips the entire power dynamic and makes you truly untouchable. Welcome to Stoic Reflection, where men learn calm power, unshakable standards, and attraction through self-mastery. If you're ready to stop being played by patterns and start leading your life with clarity, you're in the right place. You've lived this before. You paid for the dates. You listened to her problems. You tried to be different from other men. You were always there when she needed you. And still, she pulled back. The replies got slower. The tone got colder. Suddenly, she needed space or wasn't ready for anything serious. You sat there replaying every moment, asking yourself, was I too much, not enough? Did I say something wrong? It's not your fault. It's the pattern you were never taught to see. Most men don't struggle because they're weak. They struggle because they're blind to the patterns shaping their relationships. Once that illusion cracks, everything shifts. You start to see that love is often conditional, not unconditional. That affection rises and falls based on what you provide, not who you are. And when a man finally understands this, he doesn't become bitter. He becomes dangerous. Because now he has something most men never develop: clarity. Let's break it down. Truth number 1. Love isn't what you think it is. Most men grew up believing "I love you" meant unconditional devotion. No matter what, no matter when, no matter how, love would always be there. But reality hits different. Pay attention. Affection rises when you provide. The tone softens when you're useful. Warmth returns when you fix her problems, pay her bills, or stabilize her chaos. When you struggle, get tired, or stop overgiving. Suddenly she's not happy anymore. That's not loyalty. That's conditional attachment wearing a romantic mask. Here's the test. Ask yourself honestly, does their love feel stable when you're struggling, or only when you're convenient? If their warmth disappears the moment you stop being useful, that's not love, that's access. When you see this clearly, everything changes. You stop giving blindly. You stop bleeding out effort with no return. You stop trying to prove you're worthy of what should be given freely. You start measuring actions, not promises. You look at how you're treated on your worst day, not your best. You don't become cold. You become calculating with your energy. And the moment you do that, you stop being easy to use. Truth number 2. Your attention is currency. Most men treat their attention like it's worthless. Unlimited texting, instant replies. Heart reacts to every story. Good morning, good night, checking in, double texting, triple texting, all for free. You think you're building connection, but you're actually flooding the market. Nothing loses value faster than what's always available. A woman can't value what never leaves. When your attention is always on call, always there, always responding, always chasing, her nervous system stops registering it as special. You're no longer a presence. You're just background noise. Now flip it. Attention given freely makes you forgettable. Attention given intentionally makes you magnetic. When you pull back with purpose, not to punish, not to play games, but to rebalance, something powerful happens. Her brain does exactly what it's wired to do. It starts to wonder. It starts to question. It starts to chase clarity. Why did his energy shift? Why isn't he replying instantly anymore? What changed? Your silence suddenly hits harder than your words. Your absence becomes louder than your presence. That's not manipulation. That's economics. Your attention is currency. If you keep giving it away for nothing, don't be surprised when no one respects its value. Truth number 3. Emotional control is your superpower. Most men were never taught emotional discipline. They were taught the opposite. If she pulls away, panic. If she's cold, over-explain. If she's upset, fix it instantly. If she threatens to leave, beg, argue, or prove yourself harder. Every time you react like this, you teach her one thing. If I press his emotions, I control his behavior. Think about it. She gets distant, you blow up her phone. She gets moody, you chase reassurance. She cries, yells, or says, maybe we're not working, and you immediately start selling yourself, promising you'll change. Those reactions become levers, and predictable men are a lever's favorite toy. But when you master calm, the whole system breaks. She pulls back. You don't chase. She gets dramatic. You don't match her chaos. She gives you silence. You give her space. You respond slowly. You choose your words carefully. You don't explain yourself to someone who isn't listening. Suddenly, the levers stop working. The silent treatment loses its power. Emotional outbursts don't move you. Attempts to guilt trip you hit a wall. Calm isn't cold. Calm is command. Here's your challenge. Next time you feel the urge to send a long, emotional text, wait 1 hour. Breathe. Let the emotion settle. Then decide if it's still worth saying. Most of the time, you'll realize your reaction wasn't strength. It was desperation. A man who can't control his reactions will always be controlled by whoever can trigger them. A Stoic man flips that. He becomes unreadable, steady, and deeply respected. Truth number 4. Patterns are data, not fate. Most men treat relationship chaos like fate. She just fell out of love. She just changed. It just didn't work out. No, most of the time it didn't just happen. There were patterns, and you ignored them. When affection disappears, most men chase. When tone changes, they panic. When someone withdraws, they sprint into fixing mode. That's how you get played. Here's what a Stoic man does instead. He pauses. He observes. He holds his ground. That pause is everything. It's the moment you stop being playable. You're not ignoring the issue. You're studying it. Is this a test? Is this a pattern? Is this how they always react when they don't get their way? Is this behavior new, or has it been building for months? Here's a practical test. Next time someone pulls away, don't send 5 anxious messages. Don't beg for clarity. Don't write an essay trying to fix everything overnight. Do nothing for 24 hours. Watch what happens. Do they reach out? Do they show concern? Do they try to repair? Or do they enjoy the power and do nothing? Their reaction is data, not drama. It tells you everything about where you really stand. Weak men chase patterns. Strong men read them. Stoic men act on them. Truth number 5. Options. Change your energy. Most men act like they have no options. Like she's the only woman who will ever want them. Like this is their last shot at love, intimacy, or attention. When you think like that, you tolerate anything. You overlook red flags. You accept disrespect. You excuse lies. You tell yourself no relationship is perfect, while slowly abandoning yourself. You're not in love. You're in scarcity. Options are not handed to you. They're built through discipline, strength, skill, money, purpose, and presence. When you build options, everything shifts. You stop tolerating chaos. You stop fighting to be chosen. You stop clinging to anyone who treats you like a placeholder. You move different. You walk slower, talk calmer, decide clearer. Women feel that shift instantly. They can sense the difference between a man who's scared to lose her and a man who respects her but is not afraid to walk away. A man with options doesn't threaten to leave. He doesn't scream, complain, or beg to be seen. He simply refuses to stay where he's disrespected. He doesn't chase circles. He chooses paths. Truth number 6. Self-respect is non-negotiable. This is the foundation. Everything else rests on this. Most men will die for love, but won't stand up for themselves in it. They accept disrespect. They tolerate lies. They swallow excuses. They trade dignity for proximity. They'd rather be mistreated than be alone. But here's the harsh truth. If you don't enforce your standards, you don't have standards. You have preferences that you abandon the moment you're afraid to lose someone. Self-respect is the line in the sand. Without it, you are negotiable. With it, you are undeniable. Boundaries aren't walls. They're rules of engagement. This is how you teach people to treat you. You don't need to scream them. You don't need to announce them. You live them. You say it once. You mean it fully. And if someone crosses it, access is revoked, not debated. Respect first, everything else second. The relationship either rises to meet that standard, or it falls away. Both outcomes serve you. What to do now? The Stoic Reflection 7-Day Challenge. It's easy to nod your head and say, that makes sense. It's harder to live it. So here's your challenge for the next 7 days. 1. Guard your attention. No double texting, no chasing dry replies, no long paragraphs trying to convince someone to care. If they're not investing, you're not overspending. 2. Control your reactions. Anytime you feel triggered, angry, jealous, or panicked, wait 1 full hour before you respond. In that hour, breathe. 3. Watch patterns, not words. Stop getting hypnotized by apologies, promises, or emotional speeches. For 7 days, focus only on behaviors. Do they show up? Do they respect your time? Do they keep their word? Let patterns, not feelings, tell the truth. 4. Build your options. Each day, invest in something that makes you stronger. Your body, your money, your skills, your mission, your mindset. A man with options is a man who cannot be emotionally blackmailed. Live like this for just 1 week, and watch how people around you start acting differently. Some will pull away. Good. You just cleared dead weight. Some will step up. Good. Now you're dealing with reality, not fantasy. You don't become cold. You become clear. You don't become heartless. You become whole. Imagine this version of you. You don't chase texts. You don't panic at silence. You don't beg, argue, or over-explain who you are. You speak less and move slower. You listen more and react less. You're focused on your mission, your standards, your path. The woman who once tested your patience now watches her old tactics fall flat. The people who once fed on your attention feel your distance and either rise or disappear. You're calm, you're grounded, you're building. You treat your attention like currency, your emotions like levers you control, patterns like data, options like power, self-respect like law. You become steady, you become selective, you become magnetic. Most importantly, you become unplayable. Not cold, controlled, not detached, disciplined, not heartless, finally loyal to yourself. That's the man you were supposed to be before the world convinced you to earn love by losing yourself. If this message helped you reclaim your frame, I want you to do one thing. Drop "I choose respect" in the comments so I know you're not just watching, you're applying. Then subscribe to Stoic Reflection and join the brotherhood of calm, high-value men. Hit like and share this with a man who needs to hear it more than you. In the next video, we're breaking down 7 behaviors that instantly make a man look weak to women and how to replace them with calm, powerful habits. Stay disciplined, stay dangerous, stay stoic.